On the survival here. When you think about prepping, it really a lot of times can be overwhelming because there are so many things that you would need to acquire, and it's hard a lot of times to know exactly where to start, and that can be pretty stressful. So what I've done is I've acquired a list. A good friend of mine, I don't know if he made it or if he just acquired it, but he has a list of different things that you can buy each week so that you can, over a period of time, be fairly prepped. And this list, it's a 24-week list, and it has you going out and buying different prepping items each week. And that helps a lot of times too if you don't have a lot of money to buy a lot of things at once. You know, it allows you to, allocate your money where you can afford things a little easier. So let's start with week 1. What's written down on week 1? Well, you're going to go to the grocery store and you're going to buy a gallon of water, a jar of peanut butter, a large can of juice, a can of meat, a hand-operated can opener, instant coffee, tea, powdered drinks, and a permanent marker for marking dates on your packages. Now, I've done that. This is going to be a video series where I do this with you. We're going to do it together. So I just got back from the store and I spent a total of $56.57. And I went a little overboard. I did a little bit more than what was required of me according to the list. So let's see what I did. Well, to start, the water requirement, the requirement was only a gallon. Well, I've done much more than a gallon. I've got, there's 24 half liters in this particular package, and that comes down to about 12 liters of fluid here. And each of these bigger jugs on the side, I have 3 liters in each. And I did this mainly because these are easier to store, these bigger jugs, but if an incident were to occur, I would want something more portable as well. These individually bottled waters are a lot more convenient to carry. So that's why I did that. And I happen to like Deer Park. There's actually probably cheaper ways to go about this, but they had these marked for $1, and these weren't much more, so that was kind of exciting. A lot of times you'll see things marked pretty cheap and you get excited and you just start buying, and it's kind of what happened to me today. I go on and I bought these are just hot chocolate mixes, and I got 2 boxes of these because I think these were also marked $1. And this is not really something for nutrition, but it is something that will bring up morale. So I got that. Coffee. I don't drink coffee myself, but I thought I could barter with it, and so I picked it up. Or somebody in my group may drink it, and so therefore I have it. And as you can see on top, I've got 2 things of Louisiana tea, and I do drink tea, so I thought that would be something good. So let's set all of this back. Also, as far as the fluids and powder and drink requirements, this is incredibly important. I bought a powdered gatorade mix, and it says it makes 24 quarts. That's incredibly important because it's going to help us replace electrolytes and such. So I picked that up. I think that was a little bit more expensive at about $7 or $8 right there, but for what it does for us, I thought that was worth it. So we got that there. The can opener. Okay, I went ahead and did that. Now I've got a can opener already at the house, but I thought, well, I'm going to buy this stuff with you. So I've got one. Moving on, went into peanut butter, the large jar of peanut butter. Went ahead and did that. I got the creamy, and I got a fairly big jar too. They had different sizes, but I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get a bigger one. I think this was around $4 or $5, so we got that. As far as the meat, I went a little bit overboard with that. You only needed 1 can. This is old-fashioned vegetable beef. So we have meat, we have protein in there, but we also have some vegetables. And I actually did 2 cans of that. And then I found this one, and this doesn't really qualify as our meat, but it's a vegetable soup, and there's a lot of proteins from the beans. So I went ahead and got 2 cans of that. And then I added a little bit more to the requirement because this is something we're going to be doing weekly, and so I wanted to also acquire a box of ammo of some sort, and this is just 12 gauge 6-shot shotgun shells that I can use to hunt rabbits or squirrels. But and we may do a video on this in the future. If you take one of these shotgun shells and you cut it around until it's almost cut in two, you've created a cut shell, and then when you fire this, the part that you've cut will act as the projectile. It's kind of like a cheap man's slug, and so that's also a means of self-defense as well as small game hunting, you know, if we use it for the design purpose. So I've got a box of ammo. Let's see. And also, I didn't want to leave out, we need to be stocking up on medical supplies, so let's just do a few easy things here. This is Tylenol, but it also has Benadryl in it, and anytime you see a drug that has a PM, most of the time it's going to have Benadryl in it, and that's a great drug for to help you sleep. It'll help with allergic reactions, swelling, inflammation, all those kind of things. This was like 88 cents, and so I got 2 of these. And also got a triple antibiotic ointment box here, and that's just something else. So what we've done, we've addressed food, we've addressed water, we've addressed some ammunition, we've addressed some medical supplies, and this is the beginning. So this is week 1. So we can kind of kick back and say, if something bad happens tonight, I've at least got a little bit of food and a little bit of water and a little bit of supplies on hand to get me through that. So we're going to continue this for 24 weeks, folks. We're going to do it a little at a time. I also want to throw out there, maybe you don't have 56 bucks like I spent today. The point of this video and the point of prepping is to acquire what you can. Maybe you only have $10 that you can spend, or $5, or even $2. Take what you have and pick you up something. You know, you could easily buy a can of soup for under $2, and if you do that little by little, you'll start to acquire some amount of supplies. So that's it for week 1. Stay tuned for week 2.